Yifan spell shriveled the guy's counter, the guy's spell. And then he had one counter on each of his things in the ice. We're live? Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Welcome back to Popular Event. Sorry about that stream issue. Just the computer's a little bit overworked today. We are running a long day.
Yep.
But players continued. We're going into game 3. Yifan came back and equalized. I got to watch most of the game, and yeah, Yifan just tempoed him out, just had a bit too much. So we'll be jumping back over to the players shortly. It looks like it's on us for a little bit. Matt just walked away.
Oh well. So, did you actually walked over? So what happened at the end of that game there?
So it looked like Callum had 2 things in the ice in play,
Mhm.
with 1 counter on each of them, but didn't have any spells to play. And Yifan was able to fly over with Selfless Spirits and Copters
Okay.
to get
so
in
it was
enough
just
damage.
Pure tempo from the blue-white flyers.
Yeah.
From blue-white flash deck.
Yeah, Yifan brought in the spell shrivels, really hit Callum's draw spells.
Yeah.
So Callum just ran out of spells to play.
I figured that would probably be what ended up happening within the matchup.
Yeah, it's definitely Yifan's plan for being on the play.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes being on the draw. But he wants to pretty much do the same game plan of getting some early threats down, and then back that up with counter spells later on.
Counter spells. And just, an early Selfless Spirit, Struggling Copter, Tharbran Inspector. Even a Tharbran Inspector in this matchup could get it done, given enough counter spells.
Yeah, Tharbran Inspector will do a good job.
Mm.
That's going to be obviously his ideal turn 1 player.
Yeah. So we should be back with them very soon. We're just having a few more issues, and then we'll be back to Magic as soon as possible. I still have to say that this blue-green control deck, and here we are. But as I was saying, the blue-green control deck, God, it's fun.
Yeah, it's really fun to watch. Sadly, we missed most of that last game,
Yeah.
but they're going to game 3, so we get to see all that.
Yep.
Callum's going to be on the play, so let's see what he can do.
Yeah. Callum being on the play here is going to be a big advantage for him. The blue-white flash deck really does does a lot better on the play than it does on the draw.
Yeah, it's just going to allow him to just get his thing in the ice down early on,
Yeah.
if possible.
And your tempo is a little bit off, being the second player. Being a land behind most of the time. So the players have just shuffled up, cutting decks, and we'll be underway soon. Hopefully we have both players keep a 7. Looking there at Callum's hand, I'm not sure I see more than 1 land. I think there might be 2. And Ethan's hand actually, and both men keep. Lumbering Forge is the play for Callum. A basic planes for Yifan. And a turn to Thing in the Ice and Selfless Spirit. Now this Selfless Spirit, so this Thing in the Ice will be a little bit better this game, considering that he got it down a turn earlier. And we do see a Spell Shrivel in Callum's hand.
Yeah. I wonder if Yifan has a Reflector Mage at all to try and get some tempo.
Yeah.
There's that Jace for later on.
Yeah.
That came in from the sideboard.
I thought for a moment there that Yifan was going to miss his turn 3 play, but he actually does manage to get that. Does actually have that land. And there's a Tharbran Inspector. Now, this doesn't really merit the response of a Spell Shrivel or Void Setter, but we get an Anticipate, which will take a counter off that Thing in the Ice, and I think that Callum here is much more comfortable. Just he seems to be playing crisper as well in this game.
Yeah, he's playing well. Yifan played the 3rd land there, just
Yes.
to play around Revolutionary Rebuff, just in case.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to. He was always going to play that land.
And it does represent a negate for himself as well, which is always relevant and something that Callum has to think about here.
Yeah, also a rebuff of his own.
Yeah. So Callum does have an attune with the Aether here, which would help him play around that rebuff. Interestingly, he plays the land first. I'm not sure I would have done that. I think I would have played the attune.
He's going to hold up Void Shadow.
Ah.
Yeah, this turn 4 is a big turn for Yifan where he could just drop Gideon.
Yeah. 2 damage coming in here. Callum will drop to 16. And Yifan reveals a
Prairie Stream.
Prairie Stream to that port town, so it comes in untapped. We do see he has a Spell Queller in hand. There's an Anticipate from Callum, so obviously at pass of the turn. The trigger will go on to the Thing in the Ice regardless of whether or not this Anticipate resolves. Ben, you said in game 2 that this was something that Ethan was actually happy to counter things like this, just so he was kind of denying Callum extra cards, and we do in fact see a Spell Queller.
Yeah, he's just trying to deny Callum setting up.
Yeah.
But Callum has the potential to flip his Thing in the Ice this turn.
Well, the Attune with the Aether will get him a basic land, which will allow him to have a 4th land, and I just saw a Glimmer of Genius in his hand.
Yeah,
So
he's got Glimmer and Genius.
He does have the potential to both draw 2 cards, and then actually draw another one from the Anticipate.
Could also get him 7 damage with that Thing in the Ice as well, and
Oh,
get
well,
that
that's relevant.
get that Anticipate back as well.
Yeah, but that's relevant, getting him with the 7/6.
Yeah, this is looking really good for Callum.
It is. So there's that land. And it'll be interesting to see. Yep, it does look like he's going for it. There's the Glimmer. He does remember the trigger on the thing. And he flips that.
Yeah, so he's actually going to have to resolve the Anticipate first.
Yes. It seems he missed that. Or perhaps both are on the stack.
Yeah, Anticipate would resolve first.
Yep, and he did in fact miss the Anticipate. So he'll get in for 7 there, and that's just such a beating. Declaration of Stone and Stasis Snare both are potentially available for Yifan. We don't know if he kept in the Stasis Snares. Archangel Avacyn is the draw, however. He may just pass with the mana for her up, but no, there's a Jace, and that will bounce the Thing in the Ice.
Yeah, that's a good draw from you.
And they Woken Horror?
Woken Horror, yeah.
Yeah. Callum there, drawing, I think that was another Thing in the Ice. However, Callum, one of the problems with the Blue-Green Control deck here is that he doesn't actually seem to have really any answers to a result Planeswalker.
He's got one in play with that Lumbering Falls.
Oh.
So that's about all he can do. But that's going to tap him out for the turn.
Or but he does have 1 mana available. But the things he will do for that 1 mana are not very plentiful. Revolutionary Rebuff drawn there for Yifan. And if he has a Gideon in hand, this would be the perfect opportunity to resolve it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he does. And he's got Spell Queller, 2 Inspectors, and a Selfless Spirit. Yeah, he's just playing out his turn. He's going to play it out for the next few turns.
Well, this game seems it's going to go for at least a few more, so the idea of planning out does make a lot of sense. There's the clue from the Favored Inspector, and he leaves up Spell Queller and Avacyn Mama.
Yeah, so with 5 mana, he can play Avacyn end of turn if Callum doesn't do anything. And he can also Spell Queller and Rebuff, as Rebuff is getting a lot worse now that Callum's hitting so many lands.
Yeah. There's the Thing in the Ice from Callum.
I feel like this will draw up a Spell Queller.
Almost certainly. There's the Spell Queller. We have seen a counterspell in Callum's hand, however. There's a Void Shadow at the front there, I believe. And that is in fact what's cast. And of course the rebuff can just be paid for with the 2 mana that Callum has left open.
Yeah, I think there's a chance he just casts it anyway, just to tap out Callum.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
He could also just let this resolve and crack that clue to draw a card.
I think that does seem to no. I think cracking the clue actually would be a little bit better here. Just because with only 2 mana open, you could rebuff next turn anyway if Callum has a Anticipate. But instead, he just goes with another Thing in the Ice, and I believe that will be rebuffed, yes.
Yeah. That's good tight play from Yifan.
Yep. Even with the draw, and I think that was a Deck in Stone.
Yeah, it was.
That's going to be painful for Callum here. There's the Deck and Stone.
It's going to exile it while the shields are down.
Yep. He's able to get in with that Thraben Inspector, and he does actually have.
He does have a 5th land as well to play Avacyn next at the end of the turn.
He does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he revealed it last turn from the port turn.
I was thinking about the Spell Shrivel that he also has in hand.
Yeah.
And he still has a Selfless Spirit as well.
Yeah, so his options now are 5 mana for Avacyn. Can play the Selfless Spirit, which he just did, and leave up 3 mana for Spell Shrivel, which is getting less good now that Callum's hitting so many lands.
Yeah. I still think that for, at least this turn, the card could still be relevant. What he's trying to avoid here is getting a Crush of Tentacles resolved against him, however. And I think, is that a part of the Water Veil? Is there a part of the Water Veil on this list?
Yeah, he's plays a full 4 of those.
Yes. And there's a Nissa's Renewal. So what does Nissa's Renewal do?
So it's 6 mana, you can get 3 basic lands from your deck and put them into play tapped, and you gain 7 life.
However, that was counted there.
Yeah, that's going to get eaten by the Spell Shrivel.
Yep.
So Callum with just Void Shadow and Part the Water Veil in hand.
Yeah.
Wait.
Part the Water Veil, though, is a very powerful card. Yifan's probably only going to get in for 3 here, and does not get himself another counterspell. So that Part the Water Veil could actually come in and be a meaningful player in this game.
Yeah, he needs 9 mana to awaken it. At the moment, he's got 8. So he's going to crack this clue at the end of turn, try and hit some more land drops.
That is indeed what he does. Sorry, I did not see what he drew there.
It was a Botanical Gardens, is that the one? The blue-green lands. Botanical Sanctum.
Yeah, Sanctum, not Gardens.
Yes. Looks like he's just going to go with the Jace.
Yep. That Jace coming down here is actually pretty powerful for Callum. It's able to bounce the Selfless Spirit if he desires and still survive the hit from the Thraben Inspector, and it also allows him to keep up his Void Shadow.
Yeah, I think it's likely it's going to tick up.
I think it's more likely, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to start drawing some cards.
And it seems like someone nudged the camera there.
And there's that Avacyn that we suspected.
Yep, and there's the Void Shadow for that.
Yeah, and this is starting to look really good for Callum.
It is.
He was a bit far behind before, but now it looks
one Planeswalker can change a lot of things.
Yeah,
he does get to scry, and he'll put that card to the bottom.
Yifan casting the Avacyn in response to the trigger, so that Callum had less chance of drawing a counterspell.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for Yifan, he just had it in hand.
Yep. And there's the Botanical Sanctum coming down. That is the 9th land for Callum. A draw here, a Spell Queller. That won't be any good against the
Part the Water Veil.
Part the Water Veil from Callum. But it will be able to flash in and block if required. Jace drops down to 3. I didn't see the draw there. But an immediate tick up from Jace, drawing him a 2nd card for the turn. That looks like a Revolutionary Rebuff. I think that'll go to the bottom.
Yeah, that's gone to the bottom.
Yep.
Callum drew an extra land. Just what he needs. He can awaken onto a land and attack in the same turn.
Yeah. This is going to be a big turn for Callum. He's able to make a 6/6. And to take an extra turn after this one. This blue-ring control deck, it is a delight to watch. In it comes, 6 damage. Spell Queller could come in to try and get it in the front of it, but it will just be eaten.
No, he can sack one of his Selfless Spirits if needed.
He'd still be down a creature that way, though, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what Callum wants. He does indeed sack and then block with the Selfless Spirit.
Yeah, so he sacks the tap one, so he still has another blocker this
Yeah.
turn. Forces the Jace to tick down. I believe that was another port.
I believe that is another part of the Water Veil here, and Callum is just starting to go off. That's part of the Water Veil up there on the screen for you. I think that's another one. I think he just drew a third.
No, that was an Attune with Aether.
Oh, okay. And there's 9 mana tapped, and that's the game.
Yeah.
Yifan picks it up. Callum with the 2-1 victory. Blue Green Control goes on to the 7th round.
Yeah, so that moves Callum up to 5-1 now, we believe.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah,
And
so he's going to be looking for a handshake next round, probably.
Yeah, that will probably secure him for the top 8. Wow.
I mean, no certainties here because he's Magic, but it looks like he can draw in next round, hopefully.
And
Yeah.
that deck is so cool.
Yeah, it really showed. He really showed off the power there. He
It
looked
did.
a little far behind there during that game, but the Jace came down.
Yeah, just
Did a lot of work, and
Jason
then
part the Water Veil, just able to bring him back straight into the game and just take over from there.
yeah, once Callum just kept hitting his land drops, and then eventually the part of the Water Veil was just too good.
Yeah, it's too big, too powerful.